Hi guys, Dr. David here.
Hi, Dr. Ian.
We're here doing a blog from the 100 Level Practice. So today we would like to talk to you about the 6 senses in our body. So when we talk about senses within our body, we quite often think vision, we're hearing, smell, taste, as well as touch. And oftentimes we talk about proprioception and balance as well, where it's coming from our inner ear and the rest of our bodies, from the tendons. We call them the mini GPS that tells us where our body parts are in space. Now, there is an interesting one. We call them interoception. So what it really defines as is signal within the body, originating within the body. And that tells us something like whether you are hungry, whether if we are thirsty, or whether if we need to go to the bathroom. And it thus drives our motivation, our well-being as well. Talk here a little bit more about this interoception senses to tell us about what it
Yeah, essentially our body is intelligent, right? We have something called homeostasis.
Yes.
Homeostasis is just the body's ability to maintain itself. It's like an autopilot. It can regulate itself. It just knows when it needs something or when it doesn't need it.
Absolutely.
So essentially, interoception is what's happening within, so that we can achieve that state of homeostasis or balance. Basically, knowing when to go to the toilet and when not to. If I have the capacity to hold on to something, or if I should eat this more or that. I suppose when they're talking about sixth sense, it's also a bit of like intuition sort of thing, but maybe that could be a little bit airy-fairy. But some people can do that quite well.
Yes.
And they can do that quite well. They just know, oh, I should be here, or I should not be, or I should not eat this or eat that because otherwise I will feel this way. Or I feel like this is going to happen. So whether you want to call that intuition, but I think our body is quite intelligent that it can actually give you the information so that you can make a decision on what to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sorry.
So it's the same with, for example, hearing. We can have hypersensitivity, right? So with the same volume, sometimes I can hear it louder compared to how you do. And sometimes, for example, if I have a bit of fluid in the ear, I can hear the sound is less than what everyone else is listening. So the same with interoception, there could be overactive and underactive as well. And how does that going to affect, for example, our kids at school? Yeah, so kids, if they're a little bit heightened in their responses in the interoception, perhaps they may have that overactive, reactive behaviours, and it may be then labelled as a certain trait. It may be, you may see just the different types of behaviours. You can't sit still like someone. But then also within kids, if it's a little bit under, perhaps they don't know when, they don't realise that it's time to go to the toilet, and then they kind of hold it in, and then they might, as a result of that, they might leak out, or they just don't know when to go, and things like that. So that's all mis-signalling. There's all this science behind it. So I suppose when it comes to chiropractic, yes,
and the purpose of chiropractic is to make sure that that brain and the rest of the body communicate well, and so that there will be optimal sense of interoception happening within, so that there's not going to be misfiring or too much firing or underfiring of signals, and making sure that everything's functional, working as it should.
Absolutely. Yeah. So if you'd like to know more about this health information, we have tons of them, and we put it up every week onto our website. You're more than welcome to go and have a look at it. And if you have any questions about interoceptions or in general any other senses in the body, have a chat to one of our chiropractors, and we'd love to help you out.
All right, take care, see you.